Hi guys, it's Gecko, and today I am bringing you my Owls Readathon for the month of April. I'll probably read other books as well, but this is the readathon I'm doing. Hopefully we're going to go and knock over my camera, because she just did that. Well, I say camera, phone. Have my coffee, because obviously. And there are 12 prompts. I have the right number of books. This is wonderful stuff. So each prompt responds to a class or an exam. Now, I'm very lucky because I have Professor McGonagall here. She's ignoring me right now. But she said that, as G said, I will link G's website, Readathon, Magical Readathon website and Twitter down below, because she's done amazing work. I wish I had the papers that she set up that you can print, but we don't have a printer and we rely on the library. The library's not open, so it's a whole thing. Loki! Cats. Anyway, it doesn't have to be strict to the prompt. You can kind of go how you want with it, because she said it's not rigidly strict, but you kind of, you know, do what you do. So the 12 subjects are Ancient Runes, Arithmetic, Astronomy, Care of Magical Creatures, Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Divination, Herbology, History of Magic, Muggle Studies, Potions and Transfiguration. Now, what you do in your owls relates to your newts. And hopefully by newts I'll be able to have all the things. So I'm going to try to do all 12 owls, because it gives you more room to play with your newts. And I'm also going for the anime guy course as well that she's doing. Right, I'm hoping these two don't start fighting. So first off, Ancient Runes, the exam revision thingy, is Heart on Cover or Title. I mean, there's like an actual name for it, but I haven't got that, so I just have the list there. So I'm going for Heart of Thorns by Bibury, and it says, Mia took the knife and held it high, silver moonlight glinting off the blade. She stared herself in the reflection. A demon in oyster silk stared back. And yet, in spite of everything, even as she stood amidst the charred cinders of her life, she felt freer than she had in ages. Powerful. So, this is Love, Mystery, Sisterhood and Severed Hands. Okay. Okay. So this is a world where only women have magic and every woman is suspected of having it. And it's a cute signed edition. I got to see the fairy loot box, which is why it's very pretty and red, and I don't know. It's a really beautiful book. I just don't know if I'm going to like it. But I guess I'll have to read that to find out, won't I? Next is Arithmetic, and the challenge for that was read outside your favourite genre. So, I'm really into fantasy and sci-fi, but I'm not really into cyborgs and stuff in sci-fi. So I decided to read Cinder by Marissa Meyer, which is about, it's a retelling of Cinderella, but Cinder is a cyborg and a mechanic in New Beijing, which I think is in space. So yes, these have just got new covers. And I've only got the first two in the original covers, so if I enjoy this, they're all different but they all kind of connect. So if I enjoy these, I will get the new covers, but we shall see. Next is Astronomy. Read the majority of the book at night. And G said that's anything from sundown to sun up, really. So she's not like, it has to be pitch black. She's not like sunset after. So for that I've chosen Vengeful by V. Schwab, which is the sequel to Vicious, which was one of my favourite books when I read it that couple of years ago. I think I read it in 2017 or 2018, I can't remember. but it was about these two guys who found the secret to gaining superpowers was to control their own death and resurrection, and what happened, and that was their story. This is set 5 years after, when two women find out that they've got power, and I guess they're trying to gain control. I don't really know, I just know that the first one was amazing, so give that a go. The next is Care of Magical Creatures, and for that prompt we have a beak on the cover. So I've chosen Dreams of Gods and Monsters because there are birds, and there is a very tiny beak. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a beak. So where there's birds, there's beaks. Put that on a t-shirt. Actually, don't. That would be a very weird thing to put on a t-shirt. Next is Charms, and for Charms we have a white cover. So for this one I've chosen Good Omens by Sir Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman, which has recently become, not really recently, kind of recently, become a TV show, and apparently this book is really, really funny. According to the nice and accurate accurate prophecies of Agnes Nutter, this is the okay, according to the nice and accurate prophecies of Agnes Nutter, which the world's only totally reliable guide to the future, written in 1655, before she exploded, the world will end on a Saturday. Next Saturday, in fact, just after tea. So, it's kind of, as far as what I can tell, it's about non-binary demons who are also like, and angels who are like gay, but not. Neil Gaiman talks about this a lot on Twitter, and I follow him, so it's quite fun. Next, for Defense Against the Dark Arts, it's a book set at the sea or coast. And for that one, I couldn't find the book I originally wanted. It's somewhere in the entire mess that you can't see. But I remember using it because it's one of the books I want to read this year, so it should be here, and it's not. It's very odd that it disappeared. So instead, I'm going for The Alchemist, which I'm pretty sure takes place at sea at some point, because he's travelling from Spain to the Egyptian desert. So, yes, I'm going to read this finally. Next is a random number generator for divination. So I have Archenemies by Marissa Meyer, the sequel to Renegades. Heroes, Villains, Vengeance, and Forbidden Love. The third and final book in the trilogy finally came out in the UK, and I got my copy. So I'm really excited to read this one because Renegades really made me laugh. So, where is it? It's there. But I'm loving the new covers. The new paperback matches the American hardcover for Renegades. I think they all match the American covers, and I mean, I was going to get the American edition anyway because it's so pretty, and I want both because they're incredible. And yeah, I have already started this one as well. I have started The Alchemist, but my bookmark fell out, so I'll probably restart that again. But this one, I've definitely started, and I'm really excited to continue. Herbology is a book that starts with an M. So for this one, I've chosen Misery by Stephen King, which I'm sure is a book about a woman who is he's a famous writer. She's his #1 fan. Misery. So I'm assuming she kidnaps him because I've watched the Ice Nine Kills music video for It Is the End, and they reference this, and he's all like chained up and stuff. So he says he's going to be miseried, which I'm very intrigued about. So that's good. The next one is History of Magic, which is Witches and Wizards, and for that one I've gone with A Gathering of Shadows, because Kell is one of the last magicians, and a magician is a synonym for wizard. Smart. So he's this is the sequel to A Darker Shade of Magic, which is about these 4 Londons. Well, 3 Londons. I will read out this because this spoils things. Kel is one of the last travellers, magicians with a rare ability to travel between parallel universes, connected by one magical city. There's Grey London, without magic, and ruled by the Mad King George III. And if I'm wearing a Hamilton shirt, so I know all about King George III and his madness. Red London, where magic is revered and where Kel was raised alongside the heirs to the Empire. White London, where people fight to control the remaining magic and magic fights back. And once there was a Black London. So it's sort of about teleporting and things like that around places. And I loved it. I'm a V. Schwab fan. I think she's a wonderful author. So it'll be great to finally get to more of her books because I've only read A Darker Shade of Magic and Vicious at this point. And I'm reading both the sequels. So that'll be fun. Next we have Muggle Studies for a contemporary, so a book set in the Muggle world. So I've chosen By Your Side by Casey West, which is about a girl and a boy who get locked in the library for the weekend and romance ensues. Which is hilarious that this book was due back in February, now I've got it till the end of July. So all of these books are due, all the library books, I've got 4 in this list, all due back at the end of July now. Which is great for me because I take forever to read them. So that's fun. Potions is a book that's under 150 pages. And this one has, the reason I'm reading this, there's a bit of a story behind it. It is The Narrative of John Smith by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. This is his unpublished first novel. So he wrote this before he wrote Sherlock Holmes, but he never finished it. Now, this book came onto my radar because I'm a fan of Criminal Minds, and in the episodes of season 8 or 9, can't remember, I think it's season 8, Reed and Maeve Reed and this girl called Maeve sort of talk about this book, and I was like, I really want to read it, and then it was in my library and I was like, and if it's a problem, so yay, that'll be fun. And finally we have Transfiguration, which the one for this is shapeshifting. Now this one was a little bit of a struggle because I was like, do I know any books with shapeshifting in? Like, what counts as shapeshifting and things like that? And eventually I went with City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare, the last book in the Mortal Instruments series. Now, this is a huge book. It may actually be the longest book on this list. 640 pages. Now, I have read The Infernal Devices, so I kind of know how it ends, but I don't know the full extent of how it ends, and of course I can't wait to see how it all connects. So, that's interesting. I will link the Magical Readathon website in the description, and I will link the Magical Readathon Twitter in the description as well. So yeah, this is a lot of books. Don't think I'm going to be able to hold them all. I'm going to need to turn them around as well because that's how this works. Do not fall over. I do not want you breaking my coffee cup. They don't actually all fit in frame. That's wonderful. Now they do. Alright. So, that's my TBR. Are you going to be taking part? Let me know. I'm just trying to get these books in a nice pile. Even though there's like smaller ones and bigger ones and smaller ones. I will turn them around so I can do the thumbnail. All my thumbnails are just pictures of books. They're not great, but that's how it goes. Anyway, we're gonna go McGonagall. Loki thinks his name's McGonagall now. That's wonderful. Hello, fella. You gone? You gonna jump up? Or am I gonna have to bring the... Hi, this is a terrible angle. Loki, you gonna come and say hi? Is that you? He's so pretty. He's so pretty. Look at that pretty boy. Don't want to pull books over. Anyway, thank you for watching. I look awful in this lighting. I look awful anyway, it's fine. I shall see you next time. Bye.